så här. Så blir det trycket ner så.
Kör jag?
Nej. Tusen armarna.
Har du lite musik, Claes, eller? Tänkte att det är dumt att jag spelar, för då får jag en stämning för royalties och stim och sånt där, så du vet att Claes gör det.
Gärna en sån 240 musik.
Ja.
Ja, det brukar samsas så det också. En spelar musik och en filmar, för det går inte att köra samma.
Jag tror man börjar filma så pausas ju musiken.
Ja, och då slutar alla träna.
Ja.
Ja, vi är live här nu, så att we're gonna get started in a minute here, guys. So I hope you're ready for a little bit of a workout. Som sagt, det viktigaste är att vi får bloopers och grejer så vi kan...
Men frågan är bara, för jag vet de har släppt ner om man har vissa låtar med.
Ja, men vi ska inte ha högt. Jag vet, hör om att det är... Så vi ser bara på vad fan som helst. Inte Melodifestivalen.
Ska jag hämta min då?
Eller var det lättare bara?
Ja, jag har den andra.
Det var det. Bättre att ta...
Claes tog sladden som inte satt i någonstans.
Ja, bara vänta på mer soltimmar. Man såg den utifrån. Nej, skrivbordet.
Okay, everybody, so welcome to this live class. We're going to do some Sikaran and have some fun for about an hour. And we'll just play around with a few different things here, and we're going to do a quick warm-up, do a couple of techniques with weapons, some empty hand, and maybe a little bit physical in the end. So feel free to join in there. Ready, guys? Yes. Yeah, so we're going to start a little bit like we did last week, and here we're just going to tap shoulders. So we're just going to keep our hands high and play around. Try not to get tapped, but you can tap back. We're just going to be here, nice and easy, and play. Have at it. So we like to do warm-up exercises. This is self-defense oriented. So this is not really going to fighting yet. We just try to cover and monitor, so nobody's holding us, nobody's touching us. So in the perfect world, we're not even getting close. So we just want to cover and move in balance. Kör tre.
Ja,
Samtidigt. Ja, okej. And if you're even pairs, you can do 2 and 2. If you're 3, it's even better. You have multiple opponents. So it doesn't really matter if you're 2 or more people practicing this. Okay. So next one, we're going to be here again. Sometimes you're just going to grab. And you don't want me to grab, so you try to get rid of it on my hand. That's it. So you can play around, you can still tap your shoulders. If it's grabbing me in my hands, you can pull. I just want to get rid of that hand. So we move, hit, grab. And it's early morning, so you need to wake up a little bit, right? But we just play, nobody should hold you, nobody should touch you. So we just move around and get rid of whatever is getting at us. Come on.
Change partner.
Jag känner.
Kör du då?
Nu gör vi det.
So we haven't really went into specific techniques yet, but normally you want to keep your distance, you don't want people to hit or touch you, and if somebody starts to grab you, they can pull you or throw you, so you just want to have a reflex to get rid of it as quick as possible. You can go very technical, right now it's just warm-ups, we just play around, it's more the mindset and the attitude than the specific technique. Vem tar vem? Okay. So we've been playing around with easy touching or easy holding. Next up we're going to just do pushing. So if he's pushing me, I don't want to be in that line. I just want to get rid of that line. But we're going to mix it all up. So we can play around first, touch your shoulders, grab that hand maybe, or maybe just see if he gets pushed. So don't have to do everything too fast, but we move around a little bit. He's moving, I just want to get out of that line, and we're back at it. So, again, building reflexes. Just play around, have at it. This push might seem a little bit unrealistic, but it's just building the habit to get out of the line. The push could be punches, it could be strangulation hold or whatever, it could be a grab in your clothes or a headbutt or whatever. We just don't want to be on this line. So when we warm up and play easy, we just do this. This can go slow, this can go fast, and we just don't want to be on the line, we want to move out of the line. And then we can add a lot of things from this attitude, so to say. Håll lite för nära där om ni inte vill köpa en tripod. Okay. Getting warm? Perfect. So in the perfect world, we don't want to be close to anybody. We don't want them to hit us. We don't want them to hold us. We don't want them to push us. That's not always going to work. So we're just going to go to the next step when we actually get a hold of us. So we're just going to start with one hand. Again, warming up. This could be a hand plus a punch, could be a pull, a neck hold. Right now we don't really care. We're just going to go here, 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 and back to it. So on side please. So first reaction, okay, keep my hands high. That could be a lot of things. Could be covering up, stopping that punch. Right now I don't want to be in this line. So I'm going to move out on an angle, and here I can do things. But we just want to have, as soon as you feel this touch, cover up and get out of that line. Plus 2 elbows. So cover up, get out of the line. And again, of course, this can be an elbow to the face. It's warming up, so we play it safe. Right now, we do 2 elbows on his arm. And we do one more time from this side. Cover up, out of the line, elbow, elbow. And we're out here. Okay? Yep. Have at it. So you can do a lot of variations with this later on. Right now it's warming up. We want to get going, keep our guard up, start to throw a few things, and just have that as a foundation. Then we can add a lot of techniques from this. But we like to warm up a little bit playful, but still important reflexes for self-defense. Just nu här uppe. Och sen då beroende på men i början nu sitter bara med den, så vi går en vanlig checkpointen som knyter ungefär. Sen skulle jag ha händerna här och gå den vägen och så vidare. Men just nu var det den plus den.
Är det den checkpointen då? När du gör, om jag håller på min nästa, vi kommer runt.
Yes. Det var att vi var till en hand också. Så upp här, den närmaste handen här nu går dit. Så vi kan hålla här och bara slå, men det skulle vi bara göra med 2 armbågar. Så upp, flytta ut, håll på armbågen, checkpoint precis som jag sa. Yes. Och då vänta bara byta in någonstans. Vi behöver inte hålla oss till några särskilda partner utan bara mixa. So sometimes we do this with one partner, sometimes we just let everybody move around and grab or go for a push or hold the hand, and we just want to have a reflex. So sometimes we can make it more reactive by having more surprises. When you have one partner, you're always prepared sort of, even if it's new stuff. You set you up, okay, this is what you're going to do, this is what's going to happen, and then we work from there. So try to take that away a little bit. We just mix everybody up and you don't really know what's going to happen. We're not going to do that in this class. I just explain it as an example of what you can practice at home there with somebody. Okay. So again, it's just a playful warm-up, but there are a lot of things happening here, and some of the reflexes we want to have them as habits. So first of all, if I do this, that could be many things. So he don't want me to control him, whatever it's a hold or a strangulation or hold the neck, he just want to get rid of this arm. So, and again, you want to cover up just like that. And if he stays here, I can start to do things from this position. So he want to get out of the line again. Keep going. So he want to stay out there. And one of the reasons why that is important, because if you're a grappler, you might want to grab me, throw me, whatever, but we're always thinking that it can be something else happening in the situation. So going to checkpoint out of the line, yeah, he's a little bit further away if there happen other surprises, and we don't know that. So we call this checkpoint, again please. And he have options to do that. He can do locks, he can do takedowns, but he want to be away if I just draw something in the situation there. So even though it's a little bit playful of a warm-up, it's a lot of things going on here. We're going to go from one hand until two hands, and maybe I can't just do what we did. Depends on how aggressive I'm here. Maybe I can do the same. Maybe I can give him something else to think about and move to this line again. But we're going to have a little bit more of a harder grip. So I need to kind of release it a little bit by throwing up my hands like this. Covering up. If he's going to headbutt or whatever, I'm covered. But it's also going to release his grip a little bit. And now I can do the same, and we're here again with our elbows or with our punches, most importantly with our distance. So cover, release your grip a little bit. I love to stab people in the throat or put a thumb in the eye. Right now we're not going to make it that complicated. We're going to do the same after we're clearing here, and then we're here. Two elbows or just stay away and punch, either or. It okay?
Yep.
Yes. Have at it, guys.
Vi kör med det här då.
Ja.
So right now, the attacker is holding with two hands. We're not really grabbing right now. It could be strangulation, it could be holding your jacket or whatever. Right now we just start to cover up first. If we want to headbutt or something, we want to cover. But at the same time, these hands is also clearing the grip a little bit. So we do this a little bit quick, but also a little bit with a little bit of force. If the grip loosens up a little bit, we're doing the same thing like we did before. And then we add our elbows, we go to checkpoint, have our distance. And again, if somebody's holding harder, maybe this is not enough. Maybe I need to throw the elbow a little bit there, or maybe I go here and we poke to the throat. But we start with this cover position, and then we take it from there. And we want to get out of that line, and if possible, we want to avoid grappling, holding and stuff. So that's our first response. Could of course level up a lot more. We have techniques for that too, but for warm-up we play a lot with being early on, getting out of the situation without too much work. So that would like to happen in a perfect world. So as easy as possible, as complex as we have to make it. Du flåser dem, Mikael.
Jajamän.
Jag ska inte ha fläkten för att det ska låta. ställer du lite närmare kameran med knäna och skriver. Okay. Are we good?
Yes.
Okay, so again, this is a little bit of a warm-up, but still important reflexes for self-defense. We have a lot of exercises that we can put them together in many different ways. We're going to go to the weapon part, so today we're just going to do one stick. So one stick each. And normally in the Kali world, we like to do a lot of drilling with 2 sticks first. And the main reason for that is to do the drills, it becomes a reflex. We want to move and strike, and then we have so many drills and we apply them empty hand defense, weapon defense, or knife defense. So even though 2 sticks might be a little bit weird in the beginning, normally we would have done that. But we cut that part for the purpose of this live cast here. But it's going to be built on what we call the 1 count, where we do strike, strike with sticks or hands. And we borrow a torch. And we're going to work angle 6 and angle 5. And the only thing we're going to do now is I'm going to hit, and angle 5 I'm going to hit and hit. The most important is that I'm not in that line. So I'm going to get out of the line, just like we were practicing with a stupid push. And this one here, I try to get out of the line. Might not be as easy when things go faster, but right now I'm going to assist it with a little hit first, and then a hit with a stick. So I move out of the line, hit it in position, and we're good to go. And if I want to disarm, I hit on the hand. If I want to have a switch off button, we go for the head. If we want to have a weapon out of equation, we might hit on that. Don't really care. We move and we strike something. So if you are above the line, I'm not sure if you can see that on the camera, but he's stabbing on the line, get out of the line, hit and hit. On angle 6, get out of the line, hit, hit. We don't know how fast he's going to strike. Maybe he's pulling back for another one, maybe he strikes through. So the most important is that I'm hitting. Don't try to push it. It only works when he's striking in the speed he's doing now. So I really want to be fast in that hand. Are we good?
Yep.
Yeah. Get out of the line, hit and hit. Angle 6 and angle 5. Go for it.
Ja, vad ska du köra med mig?
Ja.
Du kan bli här då. Ja, vi gör det på den så 6, 5 eller 5, 6 så går det så.
Ja, du kör med.
Är det allmän eller? Ja, allmän.
One important detail here is, again, we want to get the striking attitude, and we get the striking attitude by striking with 2 sticks. With the sticks you normally don't push or hold, so you want to have a striking attitude, and then I have the same attitude even though I'm empty-handed. So I hit with a stick, I hit with a hand. And why that is important is if I'm having a pushing and grabbing attitude, if the timing is off, you will get hit straight on the thumb or on the fingers. So we're kind of protecting the hand by cup it a little bit and hit with it as strong as possible. Of course we can tense it, but now we normally get a little bit slower. So we still want to have the speed of a relaxed arm, and we just tense it in the moment of the hit. Okay. So I'll borrow it forward. So one really important detail here now is, because whenever we practice, we don't practice 100% speed yet, but we are trying to go faster and faster. But you want to be really considerate with your fingers. So we're not really threatened now, but if I start to go with fingers here, this is what's going to get hit if he's hitting fast. So I really want to cup the hand and hit with it like that. Because otherwise we might sacrifice our fingers. So avoid open hand, stuff like that. In a perfect world, we want to move away out of the line and strike back and be done. And we don't want to complicate it more than that. But right now we're going to make it a little bit more complicated because we might need to disarm him. So maybe I'm not happy because I want to get this weapon out of the equation. And now we're back to 2 sticks again. And same thing here, that should be my disarm. Maybe, maybe not, nobody knows. But that should be my disarm. But we can still go to the same position like we did on the angle 6. Hit, hit, dive down and point it back to the roof. Here it's really important, I don't want to be in his angle so he can punch me. I want to push him a little bit like what I talked about before with a checkpoint. So I'm in this line, I can punch him from here, he can punch in that direction. Good for me, not so good for him, hopefully. Palm up, push here, and I'm pushing over here, and I've got a stick. Same on angle 5, same, but a little bit different. Still, point down. I want the sticks to be parallel, and I don't want to be in the line, so I want to go to the angle, push with my stick, point it to the roof, palm up, push in 2 directions, and we're good to go. Yes? Kom, jag fryser också, helvete. Vi kör, kom igen.
Okej. Ska jag börja från dig? Slå mig i huvudet eller någonting?
There's something funky with the camera, it freezes sometimes. Bear with me, but we'll try to cover up if we miss something there. Right now we do the same thing, we get out of the line, we strike back, and if we have to, or the opportunity shows up, dive down with the stick, put the sticks parallel, my stick pointed to the roof, the opponent's stick points to the floor. Push over, and I go palm up, and I take the other stick here, push in opposite directions, grab that stick, and we're good to go.
Ja, jag märker det. Tyvärr.
Okay, so we're going to do the same, but just going to add a little variation. Close. Yes. So, as long as I have something that I can strike with, do a little bit on the angle there, I can strike with full power, because this is an impact object or weapon, whatever you want to call it. So I can be here, or on the angle 5, I can be there. But if it's not a stick, maybe it's a so-so umbrella. This one is not really good for impact power because it's not solid enough. On the other hand, this one is very good. So we can do the same, but now I'm going to go for stabbing. Striking doesn't make sense. So we do the same, and I can stab. Yeah, maybe I can do that disarm, depends on the composition of the umbrella. Here, same thing here, I can stab. And so I can do that to the solar plexus and go for the disarm. So when we practice this with sticks, I would say impact strike is better, but we don't know what we're holding. So for the moment we go really slow, everybody, for the control, and we stab and do the same. And we do that on angle 5, move, stab, and do the same. Same but different. Have at it. Till the footing again. So you don't want to. If you're stressed, you're stressed. But if you get this grip, you're not as functional as if you grab here, and now I can use a stick. And with a stick, it's not doesn't matter so much. But if it's a knife, you don't want to grab on the middle. Hold on, that's it. There you go. That's it. Du måste fel, du är roligt Kristina. Men nu så vill jag att du gör det. Den är inte fel. Men om vi ska köra kniv sen så är det bättre. Stick. Ändra på någonting som är svårt igen, va? As soon as you change something, it's different. We're going to run this class maybe 20-30 minutes more. Thank you for asking. We plan to do it about 1 hour, plus minus a little bit. I hope that's okay. Okay. We're good? Yes? Any questions? No? So let's move on. So, yes, we practice with sticks, and just like I showed before, if you have an umbrella or whatever, that can even out the odds a little bit. Most of the time we don't have anything, so we have to do it empty-handed. So we're going to do the same here, and in a perfect world, I move and I hit, and we should be good there. We don't know, but I want to move out on that line and punch back. Maybe we're done, maybe not. We do the same with 5, could be here. And of course we don't stop there, but we're doing the same like we've been doing. Before we had the sticks here, well, it doesn't matter. And we go here. So that could be me going for a switch off. It could be me going for disarm. We don't know, but we move and strike one way or another. If we go back to the stabbing action, yeah, that could be over there. Thor doesn't like that, I don't like it a lot, but it doesn't really make sense to do stabbing action here. So a regular punch would do. from there, we can do the same. Before we had the stick here, now I'm just grabbing the thumb, palm up, and I go for his grip. Here, same thing. If the hand is still there, maybe it's pulling back a little bit, doesn't really matter. Still gonna do the same, still wanna be in the angle, palm up, I wanna go for his grip, and we're good to go. We're gonna add a little bit more complex very soon, but first off, move out of the line and punch, both 6 and 5. Move out of the line and punch. If that's good, go for the thumb, angle off, palm up, my turn. Move out of the line and punch, angle off, I want to grab his thumb. Gonna move a little bit closer here. So I want to have the thumb, my palm up, and I want to not only go for a stick, I want to go for the same grip as he's having. Doesn't matter with stick so much, but later on when we do knife, it's really important. So I'll give it a try.
Nu är det
Gör det.
Cool, you're welcome. Ja. Den som har käppen slår någon.
Ja,
Ska han buga mellan det?
sådär.
Nej, det stämmer. Ja, det är riktigt. Det är så positivt.
So what we want you to understand here, if you've done some of this before, it might make sense logically. If it's new, it might not. But we are doing the same thing. We're moving out of a line and strike. And we can do that with 2 sticks, 1 stick, no stick, an umbrella, maybe we have our cell phone. Of course, depends on what you're holding. It changes a little bit. Like I explained with umbrella, maybe better for stabbing. If there's something impact, like a cell phone, it's better for striking. But we want to be able to move, strike or stab with whatever we have. And we want to apply the same principle in as many different situations as possible. So that's why we do stick against stick, empty hand against stick. And we're going to do a little bit knife maybe if we have time in the end there. But the whole idea with Kali, we have a toolbox. We want to be able to use whatever tool we grab hold on, or know how to defend ourselves against any kind of weapon, sort of, with these principles. Okay. So in the perfect world, I move out of a line, I knock him out, and I'm done. We don't have to make it more complicated. But maybe he have 2 buddies over there, so I need this stick so I can defend myself against more opponents. And now it's very good to have this one. If I'm more working with security, responsible for other people, maybe I want to use a stick and control him. Out of a self-defense perspective, might not be necessary, might even be stupid. but the situation dictates the circumstances and everything. But if I get a hold of that stick, I can strike him, I can hit him all day long, or I can choose to control him and do stuff from there. So start the same, hit, hit. If the stick is available, grab it, get out of the line. Now we can use the stick. Here's the tricky part. If you go a little bit over there, I want this arm to get into this place here. And he's not going to let me do that. If I'm just trying to do that, he's going to pull back. So I'm going to rush in with the other elbow straight to his face. So I don't want him to think about the arm. I distract him with this one here. Now we're just above the elbow, and we can do the motorcycle grip there, and he's very happy. So again, maybe that's enough. We're happy with that. Maybe we need the stick, and we're happy with that. Or maybe we need to control him, and this is how we do that. All right? Have at it.
Den var lite spännande den där sista.
För ni som kunde köra det igen.
Hello, Southwest Germany. Hope you're having a good time. Hope you're practicing and joining in. Thank you for watching.
Men vi hade den där. Skitsamma.
Nu går in med den armbågen nu.
Are you looking for complicated? Make it easy, Mikael.
Där.
Exactly.
Går in. Nej.
Ja, du ska väl något.
Avverkning. Ja.
Go for the thumb. Now do it in front of the camera. So after the punch, go for the thumb. His stick is down, my palm is up. Now I'm cheating a little bit because I'm in his line, but for the purpose of explanation, I go for the stick here. And here, arm into here, so I'm just stepping in. And now I squeeze a little bit, put the stick on his elbow. Very good. Good. Okay?
Där. Så går jag in där. Sen. Ja.
Det kändes inte som jag funkar helt.
Nej.
Okay. So, Claes. So, I just got a question here. When I'm done here, and if I manage to grab a stick, if I should do a 6 count or 4 count. Easy answer, no, because those are more for the entry part, to be really quick to monitor the energy and the weapon. That's when we do multiple moves. Multiple moves is good for controlling and monitoring my box. But for a finish, I would say we do a 1 count, Kapka 1. When I'm here, yeah, we do a heavy one and we do with power. To finish or make sure he doesn't follow again, we don't want to do all of this. This is the setup. When we finish, we want to finish strong and hard. empty-handed, that would be a cross or a hammer fist. But when he's entering, yeah, now I do a lot of moves to get in. But that's not my finishing. My finishing would be a hammer fist or a cross. Same thing goes with a stick. So 4 count and 6 count is more for the entry part. And when we want to finish, we want to make it easy, and we call it caveman. So I would say 1 count. I hope that answers your question there. Where were we? Yes, we are in Gothenburg, and we're going live. And we've been doing this with a stick. If he's punching, yeah, I would be ever so happy if I just do that, just like any boxer or Thai boxer or whatever. If I get the distraction, I can do the same like we were doing with a stick before. Again, I don't want to make it more complicated than necessary, but if I have a reference to this arm, I can put it in the same place like we did before. I can distract him with the same elbow we did before, and I can control him on the elbow and give him a knee to be happy. The whole idea here is we can do this with 2 sticks, 1 stick, no stick, against stick, or empty-handed. But this is the most important part. And the camera is frozen.
Not good.
Den ska inte göra så egentligen. Men vad hade det livet varit om man inte kunde expect unexpected? Yeah, the camera is a little bit funky, I don't know, but we're just going to show you one more time. So we hit, distract with the elbow, monitor his elbow, bring him down, and do that knee. Have at it, guys. I have a little funky camera here, it turns itself off when it shouldn't, but I hope the breaks isn't too long. Trying to cover up. Cool, thank you for asking. Vi har en armbåge samtidigt så då låter jag in.
Ja, du vill ha det? Ja, men det
Jag har en armbåge. Yes, that's it. So the live class we're doing today is of course free and open for everybody. We're going to do a lot more live classes, but it's going to be a subscription model for that. So if you don't have access to regular school, or if you want to practice a little bit more because you don't always attend the regular classes, you can go to sikaran.com later in the week, and we're going to have some options for you there if you want to have a little bit frequency in these, and we have different models there. So check out sikaran.com later in the week, because the plan is to have a lot more classes online this year. So you just want to have this just above the elbow, and you want to have a strong edge when you push there. We avoid to be here because my hand's a little bit soft. If you put it on the elbow, I want to have them as an edge, so it's kind of a hard pressure here, just above the elbow. Are you you happy there, Kristina?
Yes, that's a good one.
Perfect. Okay, so we move on, guys. Class, please. So we've been doing stuff empty-handed, 2 sticks, no sticks, an umbrella. We're going to do the same. We're going to go from there. So when we have a stab here, we do the same like with umbrella. Do the same like with disarm, and the same bad joke. This is how we go to jail. So again, how we end up in a knife-to-knife situation, I have no idea. I'm not going to cover moral, ethics, or the law. Right now, the art, we don't care, 2 sticks, no sticks, or like this in this setting. But again, I move out of the line and stab him. If I have time and space, I will probably just move out of the line and disarm him over there. If I got a little bit surprised, maybe this is what I have to do. So, hit, hit. The thumb is a little bit of a key here now. My knife is pointing to the roof, he's pointing to the floor. And this is why it's so important to go for that grip, like I talked about before. I want to go into his handle, I don't want to go on the blade, then I'm going to hurt my hand. So I want to go on the grip, and we're good to go from here. It's on me there. So again, should be done by doing that move. Should be disarmed by doing that move. But if we need to control this knife, we do it the same way like we did with the sticks. And then we can finish with the jail version, or a little bit less complicated. But this is the key. Hit, hit. Grab. Point up, point down. I'm cheating a little bit now because I'm in his line. I would normally be here, but just for the visuals there. Palm up, I pull here, and I push over here to the handle. And then we can do a lot of crazy stuff from here. Yes? Have at it, guys. Yes. Ge räkning till Anna där.
Ska vi köra det här?
Ja.
Jag ska det blir sportning, det är därför jag tror jag. Ja, det är tidigt.
Yeah, we have some seminars coming up. Unfortunately, we don't have a club in Malmö, but we have one in Svalöv, that's down south, close to Lund. So if you have a chance to travel a little bit, check out Sikaran Svalöv, because we have a group there, but not in central of Malmö. And just pay attention, because the summer camp is going to be in June in Sweden this year. We posted it in the Facebook group, it's also on Instagram. So the next big event, KSI-wise, with gradings and everything, is going to be in Sweden in the beginning of June. So mark your calendar.
Johan har varit på egentligen på handledsräcket.
Ja, det blir mycket på tummen och handledsräcket. Det klämmer mycket på tummen här.
Ja, känns som det är skillnad på handleds.
Okej, så du klämmer nästan direkt. Ja.
So now we see why the handle is important.
Ja.
Yes.
Nej.
The thumb, yes. We're going to finish very soon here. We're going to add one more technique. I just want to mention that we launched the new programs. They are out, and they were basically done last year, but this year we're going to, they are printed and we're going to start selling them. We're not going to sell them to people outside the federation, so it's only for our members. The old programs we were selling to everybody, this is just going to be for members. And to get access, you register at kallesikaran.com/membership, and we have a special offer or deal. Everybody who register for an official membership going to get their programs for free until the end of March. So make sure you register if you want to have the programs. So all gradings and everything is going to be based from the new programs.
Försök tajma in den så att det blir två moment. Och sen kommer den andra bak. Den kommer nästan samtidigt.
Du kör igen. Nej, det är lugnt.
Okay. Any questions, guys?
No, crystal clear.
Crystal clear. So we're just going to wrap this up, and we're going to have a last one. I just want to address that if I see the knife and I'm in the situation, I will want to start distancing myself, and I'm going to use my forearms as much as possible. And right now we worked a lot with the hands, and the reason for that is if I'm a little bit closer and I got surprise. So if it's got a surprise attack, yeah, this might be my response. If I see it, I will probably move and have my forearms, and we're going to be different tactics. So just understand that. But for the purpose of the class today, we address 2 sticks, 1 stick, no stick, and we do the same principle. And that's the whole idea with today's class. So right now, maybe not ready, I strike, and we'll just make sure it's looking good in the camera. Strike, and I love to do that strike. Klaus likes it too. It's Saturday. So maybe I do this, maybe I just go to the throat. You choose. But it's the same thing, move out of a line, hit, hit. And instead of a knife we had here, I grab him with the thumb, just like we did with the stick before. I want to get out of his line, and I want to have a palm up, and I'm controlling the knife now. And the whole idea is we're doing the same, like we did before. And we're here. So that's the last for today. Have at it, guys.
Okay.
So I hope you enjoyed this class. I hope you get some value. I hope you get some time to practice. Again, we're going a little bit fast for the purpose of this online class. But to build a reflex, major motor muscle skills, 2,000 repetitions or more. When we start to do disarms and stuff like that, locks, it's a lot more complex. We normally say 5,000 repetitions or more. And out of a perspective of self-defense, move and hit is really good. If you might need to disarm. Locks are very tricky if you are alone or if you are the lighter person. So might be good, it might make sense, sometimes it's just forget about it. So out of a self-defense perspective, move out, strike, get out of there. If we need to control, we need a lot more training, and we need to be a lot better to make sure that happens. And of course, you need to be good to distract them. So normally we throw out a lot of attacks to do the setup. Today we've just been doing one attack and then going for a setup. If the setup is tricky, we might need to distract them by hitting more. And we have combinations for that also later on. So I hope you appreciate it. If you're interested for more regular classes like this, go to Sikaran.com later in the week, or if you're interested in the program, sign up as a member. And I hope you had a good time. Hope to see you soon on the live seminar someplace. So take care, everybody. Yes.
Question. Bryter jag den däråt nu så får jag ju oftast in den med äggen till fel håll. Bryter jag den mot sidan? Är det en teknisk... Ja, men det går lite ut. Ja, men det är bra. Ja. Så har vi liksom klippat den i handen. Ja.
Okej. Vi tar bara och gör en klick sån här. Så, a little mix. Sikaran. Thank you for joining in. See you next time. I hope you had a good time. I hope you appreciate it. Write some comments or questions and I'll try to answer them. Maybe not on this one here, but later on in future social media or whatever. So feel free to ask questions and take care. Have a good weekend.
Tack för idag.